Hello, 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 guys. Okay, let me know if y'all can hear me on this broadcast because I was having a little bit of like audio issues. I know I had some audio issues last night when I was hanging out on Discord, but guys, let me know if you can hear me okay and the volume is good. I can't raise the volume any higher, so I need to know. Otherwise, I will get another microphone and make it more loud. So let me know, okay? Let me know. I'm sweating by now at this point. Guys, let me know, okay? Yeah, can you hear me or no? Someone let me know if they can hear Katrina. We know. If not, I will get a different microphone. Can y'all hear me or no? Yes? Okay, thank God, Matt. Thank God, Maddie. If not, I'm about to get my other microphone. I can plug it in. So, no, but is the volume okay or not? Because last night or like 2 nights ago, it was hard to hear me. Is it loud or is it low? I want the truth, guys, because how can you hear me clear enough, or is it like a low volume? I really want to know because I have this volume at the highest level. So if you can't hear me, I want to get another microphone from my my little gadgets. Yes? Okay, good. Thank the Lord. If not, guys, I will go grab it. So if there's ever a moment, guys, tell me. Otherwise, I don't know that information. Yay! Now I can stop sweating, okay? It's I thank the Lord. Woo, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Okay. Well, that's great. Now that you know, the admin stuff out the way, guys. How are you? Hello. How is everyone doing? Please let me know. I'm happy to be here with you guys so much. Super happy. Super happy. Well, you guys know I'm always happy, you know. I vibe on the level of happiness. So I wanted to come out here unplanned just to say hello. I did not do any live stream last week. I even missed our Wednesday class. Guys, please forgive me. Please forgive me. We will have class this Wednesday for sure. But I wanted to come out here and just say hello, hang out, maybe do some readings, do a chill session. Just, it's more of a banter, like a back and forth, you know, a chill sesh. The title is called Chill Sesh. For a reason. Please don't be sponsor. So yes, that is the purpose, okay? So I will at least say hello to those who were here earlier. So I did see Spirit of Atlantis, Hugo, hey. Kristen, I'm so happy that she showed up. I talked to her recently and I'm so happy that she has made an appearance because she is very near and dear to my heart. So thank you so much, Kristen, for always being here. I know that usually she just listens in the background, but her presence is well known, and I'm so grateful and honored that she's here. Thank you. Edgar Salazar, hello. Matt Sully, Norma was here. Norma, where is my Norma Thomas? Hopefully she doesn't come back. I love Norma is what I would call one of my favorite true crime people. So I'm hoping that she's still here because one thing that I wanted to chat about was 1 or 2 cases in particular. Not all the cases, just maybe just one case in particular, but that's it, okay? Y'all know how I am, all right? So. Woo-hoo. Yes. You are good, sweetie. Kristen, you are good. And so I had these, okay, so there must be some new adjustments to the YouTube or the parameters, because I had put some comments in here and my own comments were rejected. Who the hell knows why? YouTube is getting a little bit crazy. It was not even bad. I just said, like, can't wait to hang out with you guys. Okay. Anyways, keep rolling. Yes. Gen Z. Gen Z is ride or die. My goodness. If you don't know who Gen Z is by now, let me tell you, she's ride or die. She's always been, forever, always. Ooh. Yay. All right. So, who has another headphones on? Maddie's the boss. Thank God there's somebody here to help keep us order, okay? Maddie, we are counting on you to help keep order here, all right? I'm counting on you. Me and Gen Z are counting on you. All right, cool. Kristen, everyone can hear me? We're good. Yay! Julie K, how are you? Joy Wilson. Woohoo! All right, guys, we're good. So here's the plan, okay? Very simple plan. We're gonna hang out. I have a couple of thoughts to share on my mind. General, natural, good thoughts, positive thoughts. As always, positive thoughts. I figured after that we can pull some cards and just chill, like just hang out, interact back and forth. I have not been live as consistent as I would like to be. And I know that does affect the YouTube algorithm. I know that already. But as you guys also know, I'm not here for the algorithm. So with all honesty and integrity and transparency, I am going to be here when I'm here. And so as things unfold, that's how this works with me. And so I appreciate and respect those who can be here with me when I'm here, who watch the replays, later on, next day or days later. Either way, everyone's attention and participation is very, very much appreciated, for sure. I value everyone, for sure. Especially if you're in my little soul family group. You mean so much to me, because I really, really want to take a moment to acknowledge that in this world, in this crazy world, it's easy to say, easily, right, with acquaintances and this or that, like, hey, yes, we all know how that works. Like, yes, I know so and so, so like, well, they're my buddy, they're my acquaintance. Oh, yes, I know them. And that's one level of like association. But the next level of association is like, wait a minute, I know them, and I may not know the depth of them, but I interact with them, and I can feel they are a good person. They have the right intention, right? That's another level, right? And then the other level, when you interact with a person or a group of people, and even though you don't know their whole life story, right? Because we're never supposed to know everyone's full life story from the get-go. It takes time, right? Nothing's overnight, right? You interact with people, you engage, there's a dialogue, there's like interaction, and it's natural. It unfolds the way it's supposed to unfold. And if you have a group, people come in at different times. But the point of my statement is that people, right, a group, especially one where it is led by someone like me, but it could be any group, right? Any group. I really take that seriously. I know sometimes people can like dismiss it or undermine it, but no, I do not do that. No. I love everybody in my little group. We are a small little group, but I love everybody in my little community. You have no idea. And even if you don't come in often or you don't hang out as much, my little community here on YouTube, my little community here on my little Facebook group, or in my Zoom and Discord, like you guys have no idea how much I love and respect every one of you because everyone matters. And sometimes in life, seriously, I'm getting choked up. But seriously, sometimes in life, you know, we dismiss those connections, but not with me and not here. And that's important. It's so important, guys, because where else do you get to hang out in a place or in an experience or, you know, in an area where you feel safe? No one's about to judge you or like jump on you. No one's here to like criticize you or like take you down or like have ulterior motives and agendas. Everyone who's here online knows how terrible social media is. Yes, we should know by now how awful it could be, right? And when you find places where you can actually come together, right, in a respectful manner, it's beautiful. And sometimes we forget to acknowledge the beauty and true alignment, true harmonious alignment, true authenticity, true integrity, transparency. And doesn't mean that everyone's completely transparent, but what it does mean, the leader of the group is holding the higher standards. They will do the right thing at all costs. They will make sure whatever is going to take place is in the best interest of all, right? There's no like self-centered, like selfishness. That's important. That's so important, guys. So important. And so I know it sounds minimal, but to me it's not. And every single person, in my community on YouTube here or on Facebook or in my group, each and every one of you matter. You guys matter to me. Absolutely. And I have a special like affinity for each and every person. I have a special like affinity, a special relationship with each and every one person. It's so different. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be the same thing. Well, how I see this person. No way, guys, no way. And that's an honor. It's an honor. It really is, guys. So I want to like start it that way, guys. Maddie says, what? Love the way gangsters say important with an accent. I know. Well, I don't hear that I have an accent, but Maddie, he says I do. However, there are some accents I do like a lot. For sure. Definitely. So I hope all is well with everyone out there, guys. I really do. In these times of just constant trial and tribulation, it's a miracle that we're all still standing. And I will attest to that because I know as myself, as strong as I am, dude, it's a miracle that we are still here standing the test of time through all the crap that has been thrown in our face, right? We are still here. And sometimes we fail to recognize that that is in itself an important thing to acknowledge. I know it's easy to acknowledge when we fail and we fall up, we pick ourselves up, but the fact that we are still here standing strong, right? Going by our routine, the structure, we're still here. That's so important, guys. Let's not dismiss who we are as individuals contributing to our process. And I know we're only individuals, but that's not to diminish. We all have families and friends and groups that we affect. It really goes the distance. So if you are here and you are standing strong, know that you are affecting other lives. And people may count on you, and they may not even ever tell you. They may never tell you they're counting on you, but they are in silence or in prayer. They're counting on you. So please know that if you're here with me, I have your back, you'll have my back, and I'm going to keep supporting us because people need us. And it's not by accident, it's not by mistake, but we are here in unison, in synchronicity. And we're supposed to be here. Even those who are afraid to comment or in the chat, I understand people are more shy. That's okay. We are here for a reason. Please don't ever dismiss that. If you're here on my watch, if you're under my watch, which I feel is a very special place to be, and not from ego, but from like legit reality. If you're under my watch, I will have your back. I will have your back when no one else will. When your family leaves you high and dry, when your friends are nowhere to be found, when there's nowhere else to go or turn to, you can come here with peace and serenity and trust. There is a place where you can come. If you've been here in my quarters, in this little group, we're small, but small is best. I will lead us through every fucking fire. I will bring every one of you out of hell. We've all been there. I know I've been there many times. Who else will bring you out of the pits? Who else is going to go through the fire and pull you the fuck out? I'm being honest, guys. Not many people, not family, not friends, not loved ones, they wouldn't dare do that. They're selfish. Not here, not in our group. We have higher standards. We operate with integrity, morale, authenticity, and no one is left behind. It doesn't matter what they're going through. Everyone comes together. No one left behind. That's so important. It really is, guys. I know it may sound like minimal and nothing, but guys, do you know what that's like to have people who have your back? Maybe you're a person who's never had one person, two people. Maybe you've never experienced where people actually will really come and support you. And I know most people are in those positions where they have never had experiences that way. I know that. I know that for sure. And that's why I've created our small little group. We're small, like very tiny. I like it kind of tiny. I like it small. But we have the highest level of vibration. And it doesn't mean we don't have our own pitfalls. It doesn't mean we don't fall, but we always rise. And we have the, as a group dynamic, we hold the best interest of all. And that is really a true place you want to be. Family members, groups, colleagues, work experiences, you name it. And there's going to be a lot of what we know happens. Like they pit you against this person, they do this, because everyone's just bitter and jealous and envious of God. They're just miserable in themselves, okay? People just are naturally not happy within themselves, so they don't know how to cope with that problem, so they begin to project it and manifest it, right? Not with me and not here in our group. No. I do the best I can to show everyone who's with me, right? You can learn to forgive first yourself. Forgive yourself first, number one. Number two, forgive those who've hurt you. They may not have meant to hurt you, and let's just say they didn't mean to hurt you. You don't want to hold on to that baggage, that pain of how they hurt you, right? Sometimes we carry the resentment of the past. We keep carrying it because we want closure. We want them to tell us how much they did hurt us. But at the end of the day, we may never, ever get that closure. We may never, ever get them to even apologize to our face. And then many families, right? Cousins, sisters, and brothers, and dynamics, friends, they begin to never ever talk again because so-and-so holds on to this resentment, and then that person holds on to that resentment, and they just never come to congruency. They never do, because everyone has their own position in their own rightful manner, and no one ever resolves it. And that's how the world, it evolves, but that's not the right way to do it. I'm not saying to dismiss your own hurt and your own pain. I'm saying to acknowledge that you may have been rightfully so hurt by so-and-so here or so-and-so there, family, friend, right? You may be the most one who deserves that apology. Oh, and you can probably give you 100 ways how you do deserve an apology. You can probably rattle it off right now. 100 ways how much they fucked you over, right? And you can be actually correct, but holding on to that, it doesn't get you very far. You actually keep yourself from your own harmonious alignment. You do. You keep yourself from your true growth because you're waiting, you're holding on the baggage, and it builds and it builds. And how many years have gone by and you haven't let that bullshit go, right? You're lucky. If you're younger, you're lucky. Or if you have new resentment, you're lucky. But if you have old things, parents and cousins and family members, old friends who have they've wronged you so bad and you know how much they were wrong, right? And you're holding on to it today, the one who is suffering is you. You're holding it on. You're holding on to it so dearly. The grip, it's a chokehold to your life, not their life. It's real. Now, when I said it, I said because it's not that what they've done is probably still wrong. We're not here to justify or validate who's right, who's wrong. That is the wrong question. That question keeps you in the past. The real answer, the real question is, okay, what do I want? What outcome do I want? What outcome do I want to achieve from this situation? It may be peace and harmony. Maybe you want to stay mad. Maybe you won't give up without revenge. Again, I'm here to bring all possibilities to the table. If you so much accept or desire revenge, retaliation, you want to hurt them how they hurt you, I'm being honest. That's a lot of people feel that way. Let me tell you right now, a lot of people I know, they will seek retaliation, revenge, hurt. They will do whatever it takes to make you feel how you made them feel. That's just human beings. But let me bring some other things to the equation here. Then what? After you seek your retaliation, your revenge, you're gonna make them make how they felt. You're gonna make them happy. You'll do whatever it takes. The bizarrest things, like you even go to the lowest of lows just to do that. But what happens after that? What happens after that is nothing. You may have felt a high, they call them unfulfilled highs. Oh, a high, like you really feel it, you've hurt them. So it's the highest of highs. But what happens after the incident? Nothing happens. No, because you're still not in communication with them, right? And you still have no validation. You have nothing. So it's an unfulfilled experience. It's an unfulfilled high, that you sought out of just ego. That's what happens, guys. It happens all the time. When you can see the bigger picture, the higher consciousness, you're like, wait a minute, you know what? If I do this, then what happens next, right? You have the foresight. I know y'all have foresight, right? Please, we all have foresight, okay? If you have foresight, that means it matters more that you know what will probably unfold after you take that. If you take this action, then they do this action, then that action. What happens after that? It's a disaster. You're left in a bigger mess. And then what? It's still the mess, right? So why saturate yourself in nonsense? That's nonsense to me. All right. Now I know it takes a bigger person to have higher consciousness, and most people don't want to. You know why? Because to be the bigger person requires more, responsibility, more maturity, and people would rather just complain. People would rather, be the victim. So the pity party. You know what? So-and-so did me wrong here. Let me tell you how they did it. Let me just tell you how they did let me show you what they did to me. right? And they may get, you know, a day or two of that, you know, validation, but what happens after that, right? What about it? What after that? Like nothing is after that. The reality is that nothing exists after that. It's an empty high. It's an empty validation. There's nothing that ever exists after that, because the reality is, once you've explained to 100 people or one person how so-and-so has hurt you, or how fucked up this situation was that you had to endure, then what? People won't sit there for you to be in your little pity pot. They will not. Human beings they'll hear your story. They may, you know, oh, that's so terrible. That's so bad. How, and they may take your side. But after that, what happens next? I'll tell you what happens next. Nothing happens. They're gone. They're done. They heard your story once. No one wants to hear it again. And what are you left with? To pick up the pieces of your immaturity. That's exact. You are left with picking up the pieces of your lack of maturity. That's what happens. How many times have you played that cycle out in your life? Tell me. It's true. It's real. So, these are real scenarios that happen every day, guys, okay? And they're minimal, but they're also real. Now, we can go lateral here, right? Now, imagine the real stories that are, I don't want to even say it out my mouth, but I will say it, but let me brace myself for that. We're all victims of a lot of things, right? But we're alive. We're alive. We are not murdered yet. Hopefully we're never murdered, right? I don't want anybody here to ever be a story that is going to be told in the news. That's ridiculous, okay? And I know it sounds very far-fetched because, like, oh, of course it will not happen to us. We don't know that. We do not know that. We don't. And people do lose their mind, you know, spouse of other people, just, you know, situations that they happen, they unfold. We must appreciate the life that we're living right now, no matter how dark it looks, no matter how unfair it is, no matter how bullshit the odds are in our favor. We're alive, we're breathing. And that is a big statement. And only when it's in perspective of like people who have been murdered do we really grasp the concept that we are alive, right? So I put it into perspective for us, guys. The one main case I'm following, the one and only, current one. I mean, of course I followed the Chris Watts case. Of course I followed Lori Vallow case. Of course I followed Gannon. But the only other case I'm really focused on has been Suzanne. Yes, it happened. And I really want justice for Suzanne. I do. Especially mothers, you know, who are good mothers, good people in this world. Really, really good people. I don't know her personally. None of us know her personally, but my God, like from all the things that have come out on her, how could you not adore her, right? Like if she was my mother, I'd be like, I would be so ecstatic. Like, oh my God, I want that to be my mom, or like my son's grandmother, anything, something. Like, it's always amazing how the people who are of such pure light are the ones who are just the victims of such tragedy. It's disgusting. Like, of course, children should never be, you know, the victim. But even with Gannon, like, he was such a pure light. Seriously, you know, and like Suzanne, I know that she was older, but the age doesn't matter. She was still a mother, and her life was taken. And many other people, many other children, many other people, their lives were cut short, and it's not right. It's not right. We don't have all the details, the answers. We will never have all those answers, because even the victims, or even the perpetrators even those who did the wrongdoing, when they do quote unquote come clean or come clear, they never give the full story, because it's not in their best interest to give it. So we will never get the full, full testimony. Even those who supposedly in previous cases, who have given a full confession, no, that trust me, a human being, a human mind will never do that. If they already know they're in trouble, facing those situations, they're going to just give what they have to give, but they will never come fully clean. No. So let's not anticipate any kind of confessions from anybody, previous cases, future cases. It would be very silly to anticipate a full confession. We may get bits and pieces, but to anticipate those things is like disillusion. We're never going to get that. So we're better off just using our intuition and taking the little bits and pieces like a puzzle. And that's all we're going to ever get, guys. You know what I'm saying? Who do I see? Okay, I see Joy Wilson, Just Shelly, Norma, Matt Sully. Save Robbie. Woohoo! Save Robbie, where have you been, sweetie? Are you doing all right? I miss your voice. I would love to hear your voice, even if for a little bit. You want to come up and say hello? Just say hello. Your voice saying hello will be really beautiful. Just Shelly, Mimi J2. Hey, Mimi, it's so good to see you. I miss you, Mimi. Yay. Well, Robbie, come say hello. Yeah, say hello. Just say hello, because no one has heard your voice here on this channel for quite a while, okay? Come just say hello. I'll put the link here, okay? We're doing a chill session anyway. There's no agenda. It's a basic chill session. There's nothing else here. So anyways, but back to what I was saying, guys, is that for real though, we never know when it's her last moment on this earth. And we're not supposed to know, right? We're not supposed to know that information. But what we should be, cognizant of is that we, appreciate every single day and those around us that we love, right? Let's be grateful and appreciative and thankful. Those who do support us, right? Let's acknowledge that. That's all we can do.
Hey.
Hey, raise your volume. I don't hardly hear you. It's so low.
Oh, it's low?
It sounds low to me. We'll ask the chat. Does he sound low, or is it me?
Maybe because my fan is on.
Okay, let me close my door. Let me close my door then. I'm too loud. Maybe it's
okay.
How about that?
Well, plus I'm on my
phone. Okay, it's better.
I can hear you just fine. But yeah, I'm bad, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to call in because then I'd have to turn on my computer and all that. And I'm like, I'll just call in on my phone and I'll do it ghetto style.
Well, your voice all that matters. You know that, right?
Oh, I love you.
How have you been? Tell us. Just tell us anything about your life. Anything, whatever you feel. I miss you. It's been a long time.
I know. Well, I've been sober almost 4 months.
Very good.
That's the only thing I have exciting going on.
That's okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Besides, work and all that good stuff. But other than that, I mean, I've just been hanging out. Maxie and I have been doing stuff on my days off, and when we're not doing stuff, I pretty much just be a lazy prick, and I lay in my massage chair all day.
Your massage chair? Which chair is this?
I'm laying on it right now. Actually, I had to turn it off because it was really loud. It would have been really loud.
Oh, sounds nice.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
I hope you never go live anymore.
I do live like probably at most once a week, if that. If I don't do the Wednesday, I usually go Wednesday nights, and if I miss Wednesday, then I have to wait till next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
but
I invite you because Nicole, who's in your chat, we're gonna be doing a Halloween. Probably not on Halloween. I think it's gonna be a couple days before, like the Wednesday before. I think we're gonna be doing a Halloween live. If you want to join us, it'll be fun.
wait, what day is that?
We're gonna be dressing. Well, we haven't picked an exact date yet, but
okay.
I think it's gonna be the Wednesday before Halloween. But we're still planning it.
Okay, cool. But what? No, but what? Wait, what's the plan though besides the dressing up part?
We're gonna dress up. We're going
I'm not
to be doing true crime.
I missed it. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay, now I can. Yeah, I could not hear you. I could not hear you a moment ago. No, I could not, but now I can. No, now I can't hear you. Can y'all hear him or no? Can y'all hear Robbie or not? Maybe go out and come back in. I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him? No, I can't. Robbie, maybe come back. Yeah, no one can hear you. I can't even hear you. So, Robbie, go out and come back in maybe. Something happened to your audio. Right? But y'all, can y'all hear me or no? Can you guys hear Katrina? Can y'all hear me? All right, here he is. He's coming back. Here he is. Which one is he? This one? Okay, are you here now? Robbie.
Yeah,
yes,
can you hear
I
me?
hear something now.
Hello?
Yes, now. Yes. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, you can?
Now I can, yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know. I turned the Wi-Fi off on my phone and just switched to my phone's service, so maybe that's why.
Okay. I was like, wait, I don't know what happened. Like, I did hear you moments ago, but then like it went silent. So, okay, cool. Okay, so now I missed it. So go ahead. What about the whole Halloween thing?
Oh, so we're gonna be dressing up as anybody in true crime is gonna be the theme, and we're gonna be doing true crime trivia and probably a giveaway or whatever. And so yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Okay, so dressing up as somebody in true crime, how was that possible? Please explain that to me. How?
Well, you pick anybody in true crime, like a killer,
Ooh,
a victim, whoever you dress up as.
Oh my God.
But
What?
My costume has a twist.
Let me see what's your costume? Please, I'm confused. What is your costume?
So mine is going to be a little controversial, but not really, because it's Pinocchio mixed with Chris Watts.
Okay, so how's that controversial then? Wait, I'm not good at jokes and humor. Over my head, so explain to me. What does that mean?
When I told people I was dressing up as him, because they always tease me for my hairline and stuff, they're like, "What? That's terrible." But I'm like, no,
that is why
would be making a statement because he's a liar. So
stop that.
So I'm gonna have a big long nose and be in his prison.
Well, all of you paint the prison bars on your face. Okay. That's funny. It's cute and funny. I'm like, okay. I don't know what
criminal. So yeah, I was gonna invite you if you want to join us.
I could just hang out though. I don't do face painting.
Ooh, I wonder who.
I could just hang out. I would
Yeah,
not
I
know who
wonder
to
who you
be.
could be.
Don't make me be
I
anybody,
don't
please.
know.
No. Don't. I'll just hang out though. I will join
No,
the
you don't have this.
I'll just participate though. Yeah, I'll
But I
participate.
will. Okay, I'll text you.
Well, why can't I hear you? Can y'all hear Robbie or not?
But I'm
Can you
gonna
guys
hop back
hear
down.
Robbie? You're cutting in and out, right? Or is he cutting, guys? Is he
I
cutting
think
in
my
and out?
phone is just.
Okay, fine. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I mean, I heard him, but it was like choppy. Barely, right? Yeah, thank you, just Shelly. Normal. I could barely. I heard him, but it was like very faint. Yes, thank you, Mimi. Like I knew it was like very like right. He was cutting out, right, Nicole? Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, he was cutting out. It was hard to hear him. Hopefully he'll come back in, or maybe his Wi-Fi is that bad. But you know, on the phone, you should be using your what is it called? Your phone's freaking service. Oh my god, his phone sucks. Okay, fine. All right, Robbie, you're good. Well, anyways, yes. Well, he'll have to text me those details of that thing, right? Yeah, they want you to come back. I can't make him. Maybe use your Wi-Fi or something. Don't you have Wi-Fi at your house? And how was Aunt Sally? Get back up here. How was Aunt Sally? We want to hear about Aunt Sally. There's much to discuss. I'll put the link again. I can't make anybody. Guys, no, I never pressure anyone, okay? I never pressure anyone, but I will put the link for those who do want to come up, okay? Uh-oh. I think that's the right link. Hold up. Did I fuck? No, that's correct. That's correct. So, that's that. Robbie, at least come up and say how you met me, because people may have forgotten a long time ago. For fun. Oh man, that's funny. Oh my god, I forgot. Was it you, Robbie? Remember you told me I look like gosh. See, I'm not good at movies or songs or like that. I'm not good at that stuff. There was a person, a band, or a singer, or whatever it was. What was the person? I'm like, who is that person? Fifth Harmony? Robbie, what was it? Just come up. Just say hello and say goodbye at least. Say hello and say goodbye. Oh god. See, they want you to come say hello. At least say hello and goodbye one more time, okay? There he is. Is he there? Okay. And Nicole's coming. So Robbie, at least come say hello real quick because your friend Nicole's up here, okay? All right. Robbie, we're gonna count on you, okay? Your friend's up here, Nicole's up here, so we're gonna count on you, okay? Here we go. Nicole? Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yes. Well, I just thought I would explain to you kind of what Robbie was trying to say. Then I think he started to kind of cut out.
Okay.
I think the Wednesday before Halloween, we are gonna go live, and I know what I'm gonna do for my costume, but it doesn't matter what I do because his is gonna take the cake. You just wait. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, what does that mean, take the cake?
Hey.
Oh. Hi, Robbie. Can you hear us, Robbie?
I'm not going to be on long because I'm so tired from work.
I know, me too, Robbie. No, I was just telling Katrina. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, yes. Now I can, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to tell you I love you, and I'll be in the chat. And Katrina, I'll text you when we get closer to the date and let you know more details, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I love you, and I'll be in the chat.
Wait,
right.
Robbie, I told her that it's most likely that it'll be the Wednesday before Halloween.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hold on, and Robbie, who was the person that when we first met, like way back in the day? You're like, you look like so and so, but I don't know who that person even is.
Her name is Allie Brooke, and she's from Fifth Harmony.
But do I look like her or no? Even like to this day, remember that wasn't your initial viewpoint, but even like now we've known each other for at least 2 years now. So do I still look like whoever that Allie something from Fifth Harmony?
Yes, you do.
I still do, even after this much long later?
You sure do. Uh-oh.
What happened to Nicole?
I don't know. But I'm going to hop back down into the chat. I love you so much. My NyQuil is kicking in, so I'm going to be listening until I...
You are
okay,
good.
I love you. Love you.
Love you too. That was funny. Yes. So whoever that person was that Robbie was mentioning, like he told me 2 years ago, he's like, do you know you look like so-and-so? I was like, no, who is it? And I had to go Google the person, like on Google. But when they say it's who you look like, yeah, no, I don't know who I look like. I look like nobody. So if he still thinks I do, then hey, whatever it is. Nicole's passing out too. Aw. You're welcome, Nicole. Now, if Robbie's still in the chat, I know that he had asked me to do reading for the person. Who was that person again? I know I have in the Facebook instant messenger, but the name is not like on my mind right now. Either way, you're welcome, Nicole. Either way, I have not been online a lot lately, guys. I mean, I'm online, but I'm like, not as pronounced. I'm more selective. Norma says, I like Benadryl. I wish I could take medicine to knock me the hell out. Sometimes I do wish that. Like the most I've taken was like melatonin. But I will say, from my own experience, I've taken melatonin, and you can only buy it at the grocery store, like in 5 milligrams or like 5 mcgs. When I have taken melatonin, the initial reaction is drowsy, but it's a very small moment of time. But the aftermath is like not sleepiness. So I do not take it anymore because, like, if I'm taking it to go to sleep and I don't sleep on it, then, guys. I'm serious, though. Anyways, if I ever need to like force myself to sleep, I would probably, if I had to, I would just like go grab like maybe like 3 Bud Light beers and just like down them and just knock the hell out. I don't like beer unless I have to drink beer, but that would probably knock me out. Benadryl, I don't like medicine. I'm not a medicine kind of person. I'm not a medicine person. No, I'm not. I pretty much refuse all medicine, even when I'm very sick. I know I'm a weirdo. When I'm really sick, like with cough or flu or like whatever, like in, normal season time, I refuse all medicine until like I'm really, really ill. Like, so only if I'm really ill to the point where like I'm like can't move, then I'll finally decide to take Sudafed. But I refuse it until I can't cope. Like I'm dying because I do not like medicine. I know I'm weird. I like vitamins and natural organic things. I don't like medicine. So my family, my close friends are like, she won't take no medicine. She ain't gonna take no medicine unless if I take medicine, that means I'm sick. Like I've tried to process my body on its own naturally. I can't get there. I will take it, of course. Like your body will have to take something, but I will try to push that off until I've ceased to exist. I've exhausted all that. Okay, then I will take it. And then I'm like, oh fuck. I'm fucked for a while. Because for me, my body is so sensitive. Trust me. My body is so sensitive to anything. Anything. If I were to when I have taken Sudafed, like when I'm really sick and I have really bad sinus, I have really bad allergies, and even with how bad it is every single day, I don't take no medicine for that. I don't like medicine. But when I'm so sick and I have to do it, I'm like, oh my God, Lord have mercy on my soul. This is gonna be bad. This will be so bad. I take my crystals with me, I sage my body, and I just pray. I take the medicine. I'm like, fuck. Please just let me just have like just the best experience possible, because my body is so sensitive that yes, I'm too sensitive to, I'm just sensitive in different ways. For those who don't know me, I'm very just sensitive to anything that enters the body stream. And I don't like that. I prefer to have control over my energetics. With a medicine like that, you don't really get to have that control over the energetics. And I don't like that. So when I'm really sick, I'm like, oh no. How long can I go without it? Please, how long can I make it? How bad it really is it? And when I know it's really bad, it means I'm taking medicine. I'm like, fuck. All right, I'm gonna be out for a few days. Not out, I'm still awake and stuff, but it takes my whole body to come back to equilibrium. It takes me a while because it's just hard to explain, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So, sorry, Dutch, I don't like it. I've never liked it. I don't like medicine. All right, anyways, I'm so sorry. Was that too much? Was that too much? Was that too much information? I'm so sorry, guys. I was like all in like the trance of like how, see, when you know how all those medicines, for me at least, it takes you to a different like vibrational state. Does anybody else understand that or not? Am I the only one alone? Has anybody ever felt that way? Like has anybody ever felt that way? I promise I'm in there. So I have really, if you know me really well, then you know I struggle with allergies and sinus so daily. Like I will walk at the park like this with my nose. Because the bridge of my nose, and I have like a deviated septum, but I don't want any nose surgery. No, I don't. No. I want nothing. Let me survive this way. Or like when I lay on my bed, I'll have like mint or like humidifiers. I'll like just like this, my forehead. Just no medicine. Please, no medicine. I know I sound silly, but I'm not joking. I have taken medicine before, yes I have, and I don't like that. And like lately, as I get I'm more sensitive lately. I say lately as in like the last several years. It scares me. I'm afraid to take medicine sometimes because I'm so sensitive that like the smallest thing, I don't like that feeling. And so I just, I would rather just sustain myself without anything like that and make it work. I will rather just experience, you know, like being like congested or whatever it requires. No medicine for me, please, no. So I'm weird, but you know, that's just me. I had taken Thrive. Remember just Shelly? Oh my God, was Jenny there? Jenny, were you still here or not? Jenny. Oh my God. Okay. This is already about a year ago now. I had bought the Thrive from Robbie or whatever from Thrive. I almost had almost died on Thrive. A moment, not permanently, not permanently. I remember the moment. I remember calling Jenny. I called Robbie. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I think I'm not all right. I'm starting to shake. Something's not right. I felt weak. I didn't feel normal. I don't know what happened. I swear to God, I thought I was dying. Well, I wasn't dying, but like I remember I called Robbie, I had called Bella at that time, and I had called Jenny, and I was like, something isn't right. Is this normal? What's happening to me? Like I began to literally begin to shake and convulse, and I had to sit the hell down. I was on my couch. I was like, oh, something ain't right. I called them. Something isn't right. I'm shaking, my whole body is starting to convulse. I don't even have problems like this. I'm scared the hell. I'm scared. And then I called Robbie, and he's like, well, I had never taken a lot of things in my life anyway, so maybe I was more affected. I don't know. Anyways, the point was that I was freaked the fuck out. Yes, I was. Oh God, I'm laughing. I could laugh now, but that day, that night, I was not laughing. I was like, I called 911. I had to call 911. Somebody fucking help me. I'm gonna fucking die. Somebody call. I know I can laugh now, but let me tell you, those days, oh no, I was not laughing. Because, okay, the funniest part was this. This is the hilarious part. So whenever I try something, I never go to the fullest. So I took half the shake and I cut the little patch up. I put half the patch on my arm. It was only my arm, I think. I began to feel it seep in. I called Robbie. I was like, Robbie, something's not right. Something is not right. Is how you felt? He was like, oh, you're fine. I'm like, no, I don't think I'm okay. I'm like, where'd you put that bitch? Laughing. I'm laughing because this is way back in the day. No. Oh my God, it's so funny. I'm just being honest. So anyways, he's like, I put it on my, he says he put on his tush, and I was like, well, is that more potent or less potent? It's on my fucking arm. I don't know. And he's like, oh, you're fine. I was like, no, but I don't really feel fine. I know my body really well. No, I don't feel okay. He's like, wait a little bit longer. I waited longer. I began to feel worse. So I tried to throw it up. I tried the shake and the vitamin. Nothing was wrong with it. It was just me. It was just me, guys. Relax. Not Thrive is fine. It was my body reaction. I tried to throw it up. I tried to shake it out of myself. I ripped the patch off after 10 minutes. Remember Jenny? I talked to Jenny, right? I had told Jenny, right? Remember Jenny? I had told Jenny, and I was like, Jenny, the patch is on. I'm taking it off. I'm afraid. I think something's wrong with me. Something's happening. Fix it. How do I get it off my skin? I rubbed it off. It wasn't going to come off. Oh my God. Anyways, long story short, I was all right in the end. I was. But my initial body's reaction was I felt the defense mechanism. You know how your body has that natural defense mechanism? Oh my God. Yes, I felt it. So anyways, that was a long story short. It was, that was real. I promise. That was a real story. I had called Robbie. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm the shake. I had just took the shake. Okay. It's a milkshake. I'm like, oh my God, how can my body be processing the shake that fast? Because usually when something enters your bloodstream just naturally with scientific stuff, it takes a little bit of time for it to actually get in your system. I'm like, there's no way. It's been 10, 15 minutes. There is no way this is already my whole body. My whole body felt weak, numb, freaked me the hell out. I called him. I was calling everybody. I don't know what's happening. So it's a funny story. Everything's fine. That was a long time ago. That was 2 years ago. But, it was a cute, I can laugh about it now. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it was expensive, and my personal thoughts were, well, I don't have a good enough basis to give a true informed like summary. For me, I don't have that. I don't feel I'm in a position to like give it a full thought. So I won't do that. You know, it's not my place to do that. If I had taken it for a long enough time and I had taken it for like, I don't have that position. So I don't have a comment on that. But that was my initial reaction. Okay. I was fine after that, guys. I was totally fine after that. But in that moment, I'm just, you know, recounting how it went down. I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm shaking. No, I'm someone who's sensitive to medicine of all kinds. God, that's that, and that to be funny, not to be fun, but to be really funny. Like that's why I don't do like marijuana. I'm just gonna put out there, or cigarettes, or any drugs for that matter. That shit scares me because I know how sensitive I am. I might freak the fuck out. Like no. And actually, I enjoy being normal. My level of normal. My level of normal might not be other people's level of normal, but I like my level of normal. It feels really good to like know I just feel like normal. And I like that feeling. And until you've gone enough years of your life where you've like experienced situations where you know you don't like things, and I'm not referring to drugs. No, I'm not. I'm referring to like, you know how they have those like tea salts you put in your bath? Like you're supposed to lay in the bath, right? With their like, they're called like bath salts. You lay in the salt, right? It's for a massage. It's supposed to like help relieve the toxins out of your body like this. I will tell you, my body is so sensitive. I can't even do those. I can't. If I go into bath water that's too hot, that's also not safe for me. So I have to be very, very careful what I expose myself to. It sounds really weird, but when you are in a higher consciousness, I had no idea those small bullshit things would even make a goddamn difference. So I was like, oh, it's just fucking water with fucking hot water. I love hot water. I love to soak in hot water. Like, what the hell? Well, you know, things I could do before, I cannot do today. I cannot. And that's okay. I'm fine with it. Like, I accept it. I accept that. Like, it is what it is. I've tried to pretend it doesn't bother me. I like, oh, you know what, that's just my mind. I do it anyways. And then I pay the fucking consequences. Let me tell you, no. When you pay those consequences and your body is like dying, or like you feel like, wait a minute, you should have known better. Don't do that to yourself. Small things like putting your body in hot water, or like the bath salts, just laying in like Epsom salt. It's just Epsom salt. There's nothing else. When I clean my floors with pine salt, I have to be extra careful. If I get too close to too much pine salt, I begin to like, I gotta walk away. I can't do it. It's really weird. Now, I used to always do these things like way back in the day, like way back, like I would do all these fucking things. And lately, like the last maybe like 5 years, I'm very careful. I know exactly what can like be dangerous to me. These were things I would never consider dangerous. I'm like, oh my God, it's just water. It's bleach. It's pine salt. Oh my God, just clean this shit up. But back in the day, like, you know, 5 years prior, yes, I would do all that stuff. And then the last 5 years, I wish I could say how I used to consider those small things, very small things like hot water, whatever it might be, but or like how they have those aromatherapy. I love all kinds of aromatherapy. And you're supposed to be, it's safe to put like a little drop in your bath water, like lemon or citrus. And way back in the day, I used to do that. Now I can't even do that. I can't do it. So I just use regular water and lukewarm. I can't get it too hot. It's not safe for me. So weird. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't like it that way. Trust me. I always like want to like defy it. Like, oh, it's in my mind. I'll do this, but then I'm like fucking like freaking the fuck out. Like, no, I knew better. Why did you do it, Karina? You knew better. Why did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I just think it's just in my mind. But no, it's for real because your body does have a balance of chemicals in it, and then when it reaches certain levels, it's not okay to embrace like even like things like aromatherapy. Be careful. You have to. And your own body will know what is okay, what is not okay with yourself, right? If you don't know initially, you try things out, not drugs, just things, basic stuff, right? You know, and if it doesn't sit right with you, you should know. Your instincts will tell you, no, not again. And you try it again, like, oh, you knew it, but you still did it. You're like, fuck, I knew it, but I still did it. Then you know a third time, you don't do that. Keep yourself safe. I promise. I know it sounds really, really, really weird, but that is for real. So whenever I feel like dizzy or nauseous or not well, I have a little can of like this like mint or spearmint. I open the can up, I inhale it, I make sure both of my nostrils, I have a deviated septum, okay, I make sure both of my nostrils inhale the spearmint, the mint. Because mint and spearmint help you with like anti-nauseousness, whenever you feel sick. It's a really good remedy. Natural home remedies. I'll do that. I'm like, oh, I feel better. Yes. And I'll play my little my meditation music in the background. I hold my little crystals in my hands, and I go to sleep like this. I go to sleep just like that with my crystals in my hands. I swear to you on my life, my crystals are in my hands. My meditation music, the Tibetan bowls, or like the music, no lyrics, like meditation music, the background tones, or frequency beats, or rain sounds, white noise, whatever it takes. I play it. I'll have my crystals, and I just like, it feels so safe. As long as I'm safe, that's all that matters to me. And when you really understand in life, when your only moment of peace, inner true tranquility, right, is just, I just want to feel okay, breathe normal air, just don't have no thoughts. Just, that's when you really appreciate the very basic parts of life. It feels really good. I know it sounds basic, but when you've been through all of the consciousness that exists in this world, we forget sometimes how beautiful it is just to just breathe in air, natural oxygen, and feel at peace and tranquility. Whenever I bring myself back to grounding, I'm like, man, I can do anything in this world. Nothing can stop me. I'm alive. We're all alive. We all have that same power. So, hope I didn't bore you guys. I really mean all that. I really do. I may sound silly. I may sound silly, but I am not being silly. I really mean that 100%. Like, I will lay down, turn all my shit off. I'll have my crystals, or I love candles. I love my candles. I'll light my candles. But I really care about more like just the sound, the background. Oh, my little crystals. I just sit there in bliss. I will tell you, sometimes peacefulness is just so much better than anything else. And not only that, it brings you into your body. It goes into homeostasis, like an equilibrium, right? And when you recharge yourself at that level, the next day or the next moment, you know, whether it's a daytime meditation or like, nighttime, the next moment, right? You just feel like life is beautiful and nothing can take you down. And nothing is worthy enough to hurt you because you've come back into equilibrium, that grounding state. That's beautiful, guys. That is what we should all be, striving to attain at one point, whether it's in a week or a day or a month, but definitely every so many days for sure, if you can do it. So I love that. My family's like, oh my God, you're always in meditation. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I might be a little bit. I just like my little routine, right? We all have our little routines, right? Is that Plumie? Oh, wait, I didn't even see Plumie. Was that really Plumie? Yes, I usually even have a fan on. Well, not the real fan, because that fan, I swear on my life, that fan does make my eyes get dry, and oh, I already have a dryness. Aw, Norma, you're so sweet. Thank you, Norma. Norma, you are so sweet. I really appreciate you. I really do. I love Norma. Norma, remind me when I met you. Norma, remind me when I met you. Remind us all. Okay, I think I did. Okay, if I'm mistaken, I don't want to be mistaken, but I do believe. Well, I don't want to answer for Norma. It's not nice. I can't answer for her. I believe I met Norma before Gannon's case, if I'm not mistaken, and number 2. But I really did see her be a really amazing champion for me in the channel here when we did do that case, because I'll tell you, hands down, she was there for every single bit of those moments. And we would do the Gannon. Okay, when I did those readings, or not readings, it was more than the readings. It was like energetic channeling and mediumship. But when I did that, when I was covering that case in the capacity that we did, we would be there like legit for several hours at a time, if I'm not mistaken. Norma, you can remind us. But I think that every single time I did that case, we were there for quite a while. And so, but I did know Norma prior to that. Yes, I did. I knew Norma prior to that, but so thank you. Your memory's gone. No, her memory, she's pretending. Her memories aren't gone. No, she's pretending. Norma, no. You're pretending. Hi, Jojo, Jojo. Plumie, Plumie. Yeah, so like for sure though, like whenever I have like really bad like sinus, which I usually do a lot, what I usually do is if I don't have a humidifier, I have a humidifier, but like nobody wants to put a whole dang humidifier on, right? So I'll boil water with nothing in it, and like put my nose over the boiling water, and then I'll open a little can of like mint. Inhale the mint, breathe. I'm good. This part of my nostril has the deviated septum. This side's fine, but it always affects like my whole like up here. You know what that is, guys, right? You know, allergies, they affect the whole face. So y'all know what I mean. Not nice. Anyways. I do, Jess Shelley. I really have a deviated septum. I really do. I'm not really proud of that, but I really do. But I do not want surgery. My nose is so fragile. I'm afraid like it'll fucking just break. Plus, I don't want surgery. No, I don't want any. I'm afraid of surgery, especially on my face. I don't want facial surgery of any kind. Oh, but yeah, but I do know from like when I go to the allergy doctor, they're like, oh, well, you know that you know this nostril's like not as I guess deviated. I'm like, well, no, I did not know that. do you want surgery? I'm like, no, I don't. I'll be fine. So usually what I do with myself, my own home remedies is like, I'll lay back on my couch. I lay on my couch. Well, first I go under, like, I boil some water, let my nose like open it up, and then I'll have my little mint jar, my crystals, my music, my tones. There's no lyrics, music. I'll try to first like rub my nostril like this in a very like certain way, like this. Right? If you have sinus allergies, you know what this is like, okay? If you do not, then this makes no goddamn sense. But I will tell you, you gotta rub the bone of your nasal pad like this. Oh, I can hear it already. I can hear my own nose. Okay, number one. Number two is your head. It's really weird. I'm telling you, if you have that, you know what that's like. Anyway, so I do have a deviated septum, but I don't like, you know, to deal with it. I'm not getting no surgery. No. Nope. And no. No! Oh, okay, thank God. Maddie says he'll fix my nose. Thank God, Maddie. I don't want to fix my own nose. I don't want to fix my own nose. I don't want it. Yeah, I don't really want it, please. Oh, it's weird. I don't want to be in no hospital. Please don't. I scared. Oh my, I was so afraid, guys. You have no idea. I never like to talk about this exact thing because it's not nice. I mean, it's not, nobody wants to talk about it. But remember Jenny? I know Jenny might remember. God, it was a while back. It was at least 2 years ago. Maybe even longer, right? I know it's been a long time, but oh, I don't actually. I'm almost embarrassed to talk about it again. I'm almost embarrassed to talk about it again because, yeah, it's not pleasant. But let me see how long is it. I know that Jenny remembers if she's here. Jenny remembers. I did have a surgery like a few years ago. Out of necessity, not even out of like interest. I didn't even want to do it. I had told it I don't even want that surgery. Nope. But basically, you know, I had a tumor in my body. This is already a few years ago, but yes. So I had to have it removed. It was a very big tumor. Like, to even say it is like not even pleasant or pretty to talk about it because it's very like not pretty. But I did have one in my body for sure, and it was just ugly and like not nice. And so they made me have it removed. They said it was just not okay. Like, you have to have it removed. So, anyways, see, Jency remembers, right, Jency? Yes. And like I was really self-conscious about it. I still am, even though it's not there anymore. I still am self-conscious about it because my body is still affected by it. Anyways, it was a very, 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 very big tumor. Not cancerous, no, but it was still there and very big. And anyways, so I don't like reminiscing on it or talking about it or even acknowledging that, but it was very real to me. And yes. I was afraid to go under like anesthesiologist. I was so afraid. Anyways, my point is that I have had surgeries in the past on something else, not on that relationship, but that had been so many years had gone by, and like as I got more sensitive to like how like the bath salts and this and that, when they told me I had to have surgery on this tumor, I was like, oh no, I cannot do that. You don't understand that. I can't even do like like ibuprofen. Like I can't do anesthesiologist. No, there's no way. I won't make it. You can't do this to me. So I didn't want to have that surgery for those reasons. How earlier I was saying how like I'm too sensitive. Like it's just not. I was afraid of lots of things because I knew how my body reacts to all these things. That's why I don't eat. Okay. Anyways, they made me do it. I had to. I was very afraid that I was very, very afraid that I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be this is bad. Really bad. But made it out. I was all right. I did make it out all right. I'm supposed to have a secondary and third follow-up, like surgery on it, but I don't want to. So I'm like refusing to do like those parts. I'm like, okay, is the big piece out? Yes. Okay, cool. I will, figure the rest of it out later. I'm being honest, guys. I'm being honest. So yeah, that was how it went down. I was just so happy to wake up from surgery because I knew just my own energetics were like really freaked the fuck out at that time. Not before. No. That time I was very freaked out. So, anyways, enough about that. Jesus Christ. Just Shelly says she had quite the life. Yeah, there are some things sometimes, guys, we all undergo, and in those real moments of time, they may be minimal or big, right? And no one knows unless you're in that experience itself. And then life goes on, things go down. You're like, oh my God, what's happening? Thank you, Maddie. When I tell you I had a tumor, I will tell you it was bigger than a softball. So that in itself is just horrifying, okay? Horrifying. Now, thankfully, it was not in a very visible spot, but it doesn't fucking matter. Bad. But anyways, yeah. I mean, way back in the day, I had like, hey, purple butterfly, how are you? Way back in the day. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you. Yeah, way back in the day, I had 3 breast reductions, which is not the topic of this topic. That is the topic. That was also years ago. But the point was that the tumor was like, just difficult. It's very difficult. They were all horrible, but difficult in a weird spot, like weird. So anyways, you'll know. Yeah. But the good thing is, guys, is that I'm pretty open and honest about my experiences, even if it doesn't paint me in the best light, right? Because, sometimes when you see somebody who's online, right, like me or anybody else, it's easy to think their whole life is perfect or they have it all under control or they don't face things. But no, I really face a lot of fucking shit. Yes, I do. I had a tumor in my body, this bigger than the size of a golf ball, and let me tell, no, a softball, and not a golf ball, a softball. Okay. And the Gen Z was with me way back in the day, so Gen Z does remember. Gen Z remembers. I mean, I talked about it, like literally. I had to. The tumor was so bad in my back that I had to have 2 drains, okay, for a long time, draining from it was in my back up here, okay, like in between my shoulder blades. I had a tumor in between my shoulder blades. Who knows why? That's what it was. So right below my neck, like in my neck, but the back below my neck, but in between my shoulder blades. Anyways, the point was that it was disgusting. Okay, it was very, very, very horrifying, and So when they removed the tumor, they got most of it out, but they want me to come back to get the rest of it out. I'm like, no, just because it was so big. It was horrifying. Anyways, I'm only sharing that story because I'm human as well. And I know people think that people who are online have everything like, you know, whatever it is, but no, like I'm willing to be open, vulnerable, authentic, and transparent, even if it doesn't make me look like in the best light, because that's what a real person is like. A real person is gonna tell to you straight. A real person, like, you know what? It was ugly. It was uncomfortable. I still don't even like knowing that happened to me. You know, nobody wants to really go through those motions or at least express them verbally online. But I will do it because I think that makes me more human. And even if I don't ever get to see you again or know you again, you'll be able to relate to me more by me being open and vulnerable. No matter how much I share, it can put me in the most worst of light, right? The best, it can be horrifying. Like, it may not be pleasant to hear it, but at least you know I'm a real person. And if there's one thing on this earth and you never hear from me again, you never see me again, I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to be open and honest. It's okay to be yourself. And that's important. So I really mean that though, because people try to, like, you know, sweep under the rug or hide the parts they don't like with themselves, which I understand. We all do that, right? We all do that. It takes a bigger person to say, you know what, this was very ugly, but it's real. And better that you hear me express my own truths, right, than me pretend they don't exist. So sometimes it's nothing, right? But sometimes on a different level, you know, when we see people who are willing to be that way, it gives us the bravery and the courage. When I say us, it means all of you. It gives each and every one of us the bravery and the courage to also be willing to be open, right, in a safe place where there's no one to judge you, right, to express whatever you're going through or what happened to you in the past, right, rather than like shutting it down, suppressing it, oppressing it, feeling like neglected, feeling like, you know what, we always put these like mindsets. If I say this, I feel less than, but that's not true. That's not true. Those are the conditions that we've placed upon ourselves, you know, but that's not reality. It's not. We all have different things to go through, right? All of us do. All of us do. We have children, grandparents, siblings, family members, all kinds of situations, deficits, setbacks, adversity. Oh my God, you name it. We've all been through it, right? But we're afraid to acknowledge it publicly, or at least in conversation, because it makes us feel weak or less than, right? Or inadequate, right? But I will do whatever I can to keep being me, real, authentic, genuine, sincere, transparent, even when whatever I'm saying doesn't put me in the best of light, right? So I will do it. Purple butterfly, are you serious? Are you serious? She had one during her pregnancy, so they couldn't give me the pain meds. They gave me a towel. Oh my God, how did you survive that? How? Purple, how? I know, right, Just Shelly? The women are, you know, I always wonder how, you know, men are supposed to be these like strong men, but let me tell you, women are the ones who endure not only physical pain, right, of the body from, childbirth and all that. But the women, no offense to the men out there, but the women, they endure the most emotional pain you could ever fucking imagine. So if you are a woman out there here right now and you've endured some emotional pain, like emotional pain, right? We know what that is. The men in the world could never even imagine what it's like to sustain, right, everything else in this world and still stand strong through all the bullshit, right, that maybe you've endured, right? Just saying. It's real though, right? Like, oh my God, like I know for sure, like I've gone through a lot of things in my own life, like lots of things, lots. I mean, I did, when I had a baby, I did have an epidural. Thank God I did have the epidural. I did, but I had gone through like contractions first. And, but not only that, like removed like, labor itself, but like just, I have, been through lots of trials, lots of pain in this world. Are you kidding me? People see my life and they assume one thing. They assume I had it easy. They assume that shit was handed to me. They assume I grew up in a family where like wealth was right there. But they don't know me. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know the half of me. They never will. That's okay, right? The reality is I know my life, right? And you know your life. That's what matters the most. And the way that you sustain who you are, how you remain in integrity is you don't seek external validation. I am not here to say, here is how I survived all of this bullshit. Here is how nobody helped me. Here is how, please have pity for me. Please just hear all my pain and my trauma. Like, I'm not against people who have real pain and real trauma. My point of making those statements is that in the real world, don't expect for people, right? It's like, oh my God, how did you do this? No, that's not reality. I know it's terrible, but that's not reality. Reality is like you're alone. You're alone and no one's coming for you. No one's gonna be there to pick you off the fucking ground. You better pick your goddamn self up. You better figure that shit out. If you stay on the floor too long, good luck, buddy. Good luck. Right? That's how the real world does really work. You keep pushing yourself to greatness out of your comfort zone. Keep pushing past the barriers, pushing past your own limitations. You have to push yourself because no one else will push you. No one's going to push you. Hey, CMIT2, how are you? I miss you so much. I miss you. How are you? No, but it's real though. It's so real because I'm telling you, like people who do not know me, or even people who assume or think to know me. Okay, I'll be very fair. They see me. I am I mean, I'm not that young, but I got lots of grace. Okay, I got a lot of gray hair. Honestly, I really do. But I don't know how old people think I am. They must think I'm in my 20s. I am not in my 20s. I'm in my mid 30s. The point is not that. Age is not irrelevant. The point is that people see me and they're like, oh my God, you must have had a beautiful life, and your life was so well, so well established. Your parents must have given you all these things, or you've had it handed to you, and they don't even know who the hell I am. Okay, they just see like whatever background here in like my house. And that's fine. That's not important to me. I don't really care what they fucking think. Are you kidding me? I don't give a fuck. The reality is that when they do think that, they don't know how hard I have sacrificed, how far I've come. They will never know unless they take the time to get to know me. Then they'll be like, man, that bitch fucking worked tooth and nail for everything she has. That's the real truth, right? But we see what we want to see, right? Our perspective, our perception is tainted by what we believe we see, but that might not be the situation, right? And so it's important we think about that because, you know, we see things how they are, but we don't really know. Unless you know that person or you take the time to get to know them, you don't know what they've been through. You don't know how hard they've worked. You don't know what they've gone through to accomplish what they have done. It's easy to assume they had this stuff handed to them. They must come from this kind of family, but you don't know them. We don't know anybody, right? Unless you know them personally or you've taken the time to get to know them, you don't know what they've overcome. You don't know anything about a person, right? All we know, what we see, but what we see might not be reality, right? We don't know what's under the surface, how hard they worked to get there, what they sacrificed, right? Where they came from. Right? We want to assume things, but we don't really know. We don't. And so it's good, you know, to remind ourselves that people may have worked for their own merit to get there. They may have. I know I have. I have. People may not have had the guidance, the support that we assume they may have had. They may not have had anything. Right? So it's important. It's important that we keep it in perspective. It is. A lot of us have, like, a lot of us have worked tooth and nail to get where we are. And I know it's easier to look back as we get older, look back as we, you know, it's easier to say how far we've come. But like when you're in the fight of your life, I'm telling you, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, right? Yeah, for sure, right? Definitely, Shelley. Absolutely. I agree with that for sure. And not only the people who serve our country, but imagine like, okay, they have served our country, but imagine their mindset. They have had to probably face a lot of mental and emotional trauma. They had to witness things and understand things that the average person doesn't have to deal with or cope with, right? That's another level of like admirability. Like I would admire anybody who had to deal and cope with and witness experiences that the average person would never, ever, ever even have to admit, you know, see it and witness it, right? It's deep. It's very deep, okay? And, you know, and I really say that with truth because sometimes we dismiss or we minimize, you know, how that affects a human being. It could take you out for the count forever. Or it can make you stronger, right? And more resilient. But it doesn't matter. It still affects us all, for sure. So, real. I agree, just Shelly and JoJo and see my tutu. I miss you guys so much. So much. I'm young. Oh my God, I'm young. I do get carded. I do get carded. I don't buy cigarettes, so it's only alcohol, but yeah, I still get carded. I'm like, don't you guys see all the gray hair? Seriously? They're like, yeah, but we still need gray hair. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, don't you want to see my freaking gray hairs? Don't. Look, you can see my hair. No, it's so bad. Stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm laughing my ass off. So funny. Anyways, but right? Yeah, so Matt says, being a soldier is a different mindset. Yeah. Think about I can't even imagine that, okay? I personally, unless you're in those shoes or unless you've lived that life and you've endured that trauma, you will never know what that's like. And none of us will unless you're in those shoes. It's ridiculous. It's crazy how much mental stamina that people like that have gone through and they're still alive and they're still pushing through. They're still resilient. That's a strong fucking person. I'll tell you right now, if you know anybody who has served in this fucking country, police, retired police, it doesn't matter, or Navy, armed force, military, Air Force, it doesn't matter what they've done. If you know a person directly, family, friends, close friends, you know, and they're all right, we must acknowledge the mental stamina, the resilience they've placed themselves in to keep her, if they're still okay today, that's commendable. That's respectable. Yes, it is. It really is. Because think about it, you know, there's a lot of trauma. We all have had trauma. Please, all of us. First of all, we all have childhood trauma. That's one thing, one layer we go through, right? We have trauma to go through, and then you add other layers of trauma from life itself. Oh my God, add that in there. Most of us are still trying to deal with the childhood trauma, right? Either sexual abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. Come on. Many people, 9 out of 10 people have had either mental, emotional, sexual, or physical abuse as a child. That's fucking terrible, but it's a reality, right? So we could all at least agree that we've all faced some type of childhood trauma, but are we going to stay there and live in that trauma, or are we going to try to, or try to pull ourselves out and make the best life that we can despite what we've gone through? Keep pushing yourself forward and pulling yourself, right? We're going to stay there. We've all faced different types of trauma, but we're not going to live there. No, we're not, because you can't live there. You can't live there. You cannot live there. You're going to keep pushing forward. Keep pulling yourself forward. That's what living's all about. Pushing yourself despite the setbacks, despite the bullshit, despite the trauma. You gotta keep pulling yourself forward. You have to. Your life is counting on it. Your family is counting on it. Your children, your grandchildren, everyone is counting on you to pull yourself forward no matter what shit you've gone through in your life. It doesn't matter what you've gone through. What matters is, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna sit there, or make the most of your situation and not let that define you? Don't let that bullshit define you. Pull yourself out and create a new experience, and make sure you protect those that you love, like loved ones, children, grandchildren. Protect them, keep them safe, and show them new ways to live. Don't let them repeat what you've lived. No, set new boundaries, set new realities, create new things. You're in control. Don't be tied to the past. This is your life, and your life matters. And those children that are around you, family, sibling, cousins, grandchildren, they all matter. You matter. And they're counting on you to be that leader in that little circle. They're counting on you to reset the tone. Don't be held back by limitations of the past, because that will keep you buried there. Don't ever stay there. You're better than that. You are better than that. You deserve more. And those around you in the future deserve your position to help. They're going to be counting on you to be the positioner. You want something new. You don't want them to ever, you never want people, right, who we love and adore to ever go through what we had to go through. We don't never want that. So make sure it doesn't happen. You do whatever it takes to change the boundaries, to reset old cycles, right? Change generational patterns, remove it, cut that off, and you create new patterns, new traditions, new experiences. You're not going to let yourself be bound to the past. Who cares how many generations that happened for? It doesn't matter. You're in control. It's your fucking life, and your family matters. And they're counting on you. They're counting on you. Yes, they are. Those children, grandchildren, cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, they're counting on somebody. They're counting on somebody. And it's probably you. It's very important, because sometimes we feel that we're powerless, but we are not. Sometimes we feel, you know what? I don't, it's out of my hands. What else can I do? I'm not their parent. I'm not their this. And I understand that. We have to still respect our place, right? I get that. But we still have control over who we are when we interact with people. We have control over who we are with those people. And yes, they have parents. They have people who are in authority of those people, right? We do. I get it. I totally understand that. But you are in control of who you are to those people. Yes, you are. And you are in control of your time with them. And so if you know they may not have the best, leaders in their life, then whatever your experience, whatever your little time that you have with those people, you better make it count. Make it count. Be that one person in their ear that's showing them this is how life really is supposed to be. I know it's not how it looks right now, but let me tell you, here's how it should be. Give them anything. Give them anything you've got. Anything. They're probably desperate for information that doesn't look like what they've seen. Even if you don't know how to tell them or what to say or what to do, you just, whatever comes out of your mouth, whatever it is whatever it is. But you keep trying and you never stop. You never stop. Why would anybody ever stop? No. They got to hear it more and more and more times. They need that repetition. They got to hear it from somewhere. You telling them one time is not going to be enough. You got to keep telling them that. And find different ways to repeat the same information 100 fucking different times. I don't care if they're 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old, figure it out. You tell them over and over again, here's what a good feeling looks like, and you just keep telling whatever your thoughts are. You just tell them you give them your best knowledge. It doesn't matter if you don't have it polished, you don't know how to tell them that. You tell them every single time you're in contact with them. They got to hear it. They may not know it exactly. They might be hearing it at different age levels, different ways, but they're hearing it and you keep pushing it. It's up to you. No one else is going to tell them that. And when their time comes, they get older, they're going to remember that information. You may think it's nothing, right? Well, why would I waste my time telling my, nephew this or my grand? It doesn't. You tell them. If you have them and you love them and you want them to have a better life, you tell them what it's supposed to be like. Their parents might be doing it. It doesn't matter. Their aunts, their uncles. No, you tell them what you believe is true, and you just keep doing it. You do it with honor. With honor. With truth, with integrity. They will always respect you for the truth. They will always admire you to be that one bearer of truth that they couldn't find anywhere else. All right, guys. I hope y'all liked me hanging out with y'all today. I hope you guys liked my little rant. I always come here with my heart on the line. If there was one thing you could be guaranteed when you hang out with me, number one, you're going to feel me. You're going to feel my energetics. You know why? I'll tell you why. I'm present. And people forget what it's like to be present, fully present. Number two, I'm a high, my energetics are very deep, very intense. So beside me being right here with intention and present, you're going to also feel me through the camera. You're going to feel me because when I set up to do something, I bring my heart, my soul, mind, body, heart, and soul. I pour it out. So I hope that when you guys come to hang out with me, that I brought you some level of value, right? And it may not always pertain to each and every one of us every single time, right? And it might be scattered in fun, lighthearted chats, right? Like it is. But there's one thing I guarantee, I will never waste your time. I will never take your time for granted. I always value everyone who is here. Every single one of you who are here, I value every single one of you. And no one is taken for granted. No one is. No. Everyone matters. Everyone matters. Even those who don't chat in the chat, they're listening. Everyone matters. Everyone matters. They do. To me, they do. Not to everybody else, but to me, they do. And I hold that position as a leader here, as a teacher, with honor, because I want everyone, right, who's part of me in this experience here to be better when they leave my conversation. I can't guarantee that, but my intention is that when you leave hanging out with me, that you feel more empowered, that you leave with something of tangible, actionable things, something that actually that you can take into your own personal life and do something with. I hope so. I always come on here with the fullest intent. And so I value that, and I hope that you guys also value that in return from me. I do. So that's all, guys. And I'm also working on my humor. I'm not that good yet, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Yes. Rolling with the homies. All right, guys. Well, anyways, I really do hope that we had a great time. We hung out. I will be here. Okay, so for those who don't know, I do class Wednesday nights. We call it class, but you know, I do live streams on YouTube Wednesday nights, Central Time, which is my time, like 11 p.m. Central Time. I know it's a late night on Wednesdays, but that's what I do. So if you want to hang out again with me and get more of me and learn more with me, we do class Wednesday nights. So if you want to come hang out, today's Sunday night. So not Monday, not Tuesday, but Wednesday night, I'll be here, all right, guys? So from my house to your house, from my heart to your heart, from my soul to your soul, from my mind to your mind, guys, be empowered, okay? Be the change you want to see in this world, and not just the world, but in your family, all right? Be that person that everyone's looking forward, okay? Be that person they're counting on, because you are that person, all right? Love you guys. See you guys Wednesday night.